Hi, this is Dan Swearingen at Artistry Studios. This is a quick tutorial on how to make our standard 3x6" nameplate. Here I have one right here that I can show you that has already been made. This is a really good starter project for people to gain familiarity running the ShopBot. Okay, so first we open up VCarve Pro and create a new file. You should make the workspace a bit bigger than the piece of wood. This is a really small project, so we're just going to declare a very small work area. This is probably going to be cut out of a larger piece, but we don't need to see the whole piece. We just need an area to work in. So 7 by 4 inches is a good space. Make sure it's a 1/2 inch thick. We use 1/2 inch MDF for this project. Say OK, and we're there. Now we want to draw our 3 by 6 inch outline. We go to the rectangle tool and just click in the space to create it. Verify you're at 3 by 6. Close it. I'm going to select this for movement and I'm going to set it in the middle, just like that. Next, we want to do our text. Go to our text tool. Go ahead and pick a font. I will pick Jokerman. And for text, I just put my first name and the initial of my last name. Okay, and place that in the middle. That looks really good. Okay, go ahead and close it. Okay, now it's a good time to save your file. Click Save. I am saving this over on my shared space on the shared drive. It's a good idea because then you can pick it up on the ShopBot computer out in the workshop and continue on from there. I'm going to call this the new nameplate. I'm just going to overwrite a previous file, and that's fine. Now I've created a drawing. Now I need to create the separate files and the toolpaths and the separate files that actually drive the ShopBot. So for toolpaths, you go over to the toolpath tab. I just hover over it for a sec. I click the pin because otherwise that tab will just keep closing every time I move away. If the workspace doesn't automatically move to the right size, just click right here and zoom it right back in. Again, this is not a VCarve tutorial. That'll be a separate video. I'm just going to go really fast through this. The first thing we do is carve out the lettering. So I've selected it. So it's highlighted pink. Go to the VCarve tool. Confirm that I have a 60-degree V-bit as my tool. You want 0 starting depth, and then you just click Calculate. Go ahead and preview it, and I really like how that looks. What you're looking for here is, did you go all the way through the material? Some fonts, if basically the wider the distance between the lines that the V-bit's trying to do, the deeper it'll go. So what you can see at this point that you need to be careful of is that it can go all the way through the material. We clearly haven't done that, so this is okay. Now I go back to 2D view, and now I select the outline, and I close this, and I want to go to my profile toolpath. Make sure I've got a 57-285 1/4" bit picked. I want to set my cut depth to 0.53 inches, so 3/100ths of an inch deeper than the material. I want to make sure I'm cutting around the outside. Okay, notice right here it says 3 passes. For MDF, you actually want to do this in 1 pass. Set that for 1 pass, cutting around the outside. Add tabs to the toolpath. This is so the piece doesn't move around. Let's edit the tabs. I'm just going to go ahead and place them because the automatic just always puts them someplace I don't want. And close. You want 1/4" 3D tabs. You want to select Add Ramps to Toolpath, which I have just done. You want to add the ramps because the bit has a hard time just cutting straight into the material. Okay, so what you want to do with a ramp, it'll sit there and kind of zigzag back and forth to depth and then proceed around at depth. These bits are not good drills. They're good at side cutting. We'll go all the way down. We're now going to calculate this. It's giving us a warning it's going to cut through the material. That's okay. We do want to cut through the material. And let's preview the toolpath. And this looks great. We're good to go. Close. Last step is we need to save these cutting paths as separate things. So first, we're going to save the carving path. And we click the little save button, confirm 60-degree V-bit, save toolpath. This is going to be the nameplate carve. I often add carve or cut to help remind me when I'm standing at the ShopBot that this is a carve. I have to have a carving bit versus a cut where I have to have a cutting bit. Carve, I'm going to save it. And again, I'm just overwriting an old project. So now I'm going to save the outline. Uncheck that. Now I'm saving this where it cuts the piece out. Save that toolpath as a cut. Save. All right. And now we're ready to go over to the ShopBot, set some wood, get the machine set up, and actually cut this.